Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today, this is how it's going to work. We're going to ask a question of the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Then we're going to pull from the bag to get some more messages. And then we will get messages from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine and vice versa. We're going to use the World Spirit Tarot card for the Divine Masculine. We're going to use the beautiful creature cards for the Divine Feminine. Please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, as we are all the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Also, the secret to getting into Twin Flame Union is to balance out your own Divine Masculine and your Divine Feminine energies. And if you're interested in learning how to do that, you can check out my Etsy shop below or email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com, and I would love to help you. Also, thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate all of you. Thank you so, so, so much. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Okay, so today we're going to ask, how is a Divine Masculine nurturing themselves, and how is a Divine Feminine nurturing themselves? The reason why this is a good question to ask is because you cannot get into Twin Flame Union, and you absolutely cannot stay in Twin Flame Union if you're not nurturing yourself. If you're not nurturing yourself, I promise you, your Twin Flame relationship will not last. It just won't. It's about self-love. So we're going to ask this question. How is the Divine Masculine nurturing themselves? Okay? Because this is what's going to keep you in Twin Flame Union. Or what should you do to nurture yourself? What should you do? Okay, so that's the question. If it's upside down, it probably means you're not doing it, and it's probably something that you should do. And if it's upright, it means you're probably doing it. Let's see. For the Divine Masculines, what are you doing to nurture yourself at this time, especially at a time like this, especially now? Especially now. Oh, I love it. It's actually upright. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Interesting. 2 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. I love it. So for the Divine Masculines, what are you doing to nurture yourself? Well, I love this. You're planning. You're planning. You're like thinking. You're like almost like figuring out what your next move is. You're seeing like it's almost like you see the star, like you see that shooting star going by, and it's like you're wishing on that shooting star, and you're like, I know what I want. I know what I want. This is what I want, and I'm planning for it. You're in the planning stages. This is how you're nurturing yourself. Also, noticing your own prosperity all around you. This is beautiful. Maybe surrounding yourself with family. You feel prosperous around your own family. You feel prosperous due to your friends, or it just could be what work you're doing, or something that makes you, maybe you're being very creative in your life. Any kind of creativity, and you're feeling very prosperous. And that is how you're nurturing yourself. That's beautiful. Let's look at the Divine Feminine. How is the Divine Feminine nurturing themselves? How is Divine Feminine nurturing themselves? 2 cards, 2 cards. How is Divine Feminine nurturing themselves? Let's see, 2 cards. How is the Divine Feminine nurturing themselves? Also upright. Woohoo, beautiful. Also upright, so already doing this. Divine Feminine. So the first one, we've got the Justice card. It's almost like understanding equality, feeling like what is just. That is how you're nurturing yourself. It's like making sure that you are balancing and feeling like justice is being served. You don't feel like things are like unjust. You feel like things are like just the way they're supposed to. It's almost like this is the divine plan. It's like she's supposed to have the crown and I'm supposed to have the crystal ball. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what's just. That was the divine plan. She was to get the crown. I was to get the crystal ball. That's just. That's justice. And like that's the way it's supposed to be. And I get that that was what I signed up for. It's like having that knowing. That's beautiful. And then also, they call this Six of Pentacles. They call this card generosity. It's like you're very generous. So it's I'm asking, like, how are you nurturing yourself? Well, not only do you see things as justified and in perfect balance, but you also see things where, I'm sorry, you're also being generous to yourself. You're being generous with others. Like, you're just a really generous, kind person with animals, yourself, with others. That's beautiful. That's how you're nurturing yourself. Let's ask some other cards. Okay. How else are you nurturing yourself? Let's ask the Divine Masculine. How else are you nurturing yourself? Divine Masculines. How are you nurturing yourself? How are you nurturing yourself, or how should you nurture yourself? Let's see. Interesting. It's upright again. Portals to Fairy, Wheel of the Year, Galactic, and Gaian entry points. Beautiful. So it's like this might have to do with Gaia, is what I'm getting. So it's almost like the divine. How do you nurture yourself? Well, you're connected to the earth. That's how you nurture yourself. You're very connected. Could be even to the fairies. It could be the divas. Whatever it is that you connect to in nature. It's like you're being very connected to nature, the divine masculines, and this is what's nurturing you. Beautiful. All right. Maybe you do divine masculines work with portals in some way. Maybe you work with portals with the galactic portals. I know I do. Maybe you do too, and that is also nurturing for you, working with the energy portals. Divine Feminine, what are you doing, Divine Feminine, to nurture yourself at this time? Oh, upright again. Okay, the realms of the fairies. I love it. I love it. Follow me. So it's like you are doing that. It's like, again, you're following this other realm. It's like you're not in the third dimension anymore, and you know it. It's like there's this other realm that you have entered into, and nothing seems the same anymore. Things seem very different. Life is very different. And you're following this path of synchronicity that just seems very out of the box. But that is how you're nurturing yourself. You're following your guides. So that's what I'm getting. It's like your guides are saying, follow me, and you are doing that. And that is how you're nurturing yourself, just by following your guides. How else? How else is how is the divine masculine nurturing themselves? One card with this deck. How is the divine masculine nurturing, or what should they do? Or what should they do to nurture? Let's see. Aw, they just like being at home. So divine masculines feeling very nurtured, feeling at home with wherever it could be wherever they go, they just feel like they're at home, like that homey feeling, that yummy energy feeling of being at home, feeling at home no matter what, as best they can. That is what's nurturing them for the divine masculine. Feeling at home with certain people, or just love being at home by themselves and just nurturing their home, whether it be really allowing their five senses to really like there's the smell, the feel, the touch, the sight, hearing beautiful music, right? Really engaging the five senses in their home. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. What is the divine feminine doing to nurture themselves? To nurture themselves. What are they doing to nurture themselves? Or what should they be doing? All right, that's interesting. So this came out reverse. So seeing the beauty in everything, that's what's going to nurture the divine feminine, really seeing their own beauty, their own inner beauty. It's like either focusing on your own inner beauty, or really noticing your own beauty and beautify and noticing the beauty outside of you. So wherever you walk, like just if you walk your dog, or if you're out and you know, if you're just working, like whatever you can find beauty in, it's like really noticing the sunsets and sunrises. It's noticing the flowers, okay? It's noticing the animals. It's noticing the beauty all around you. That's going to nurture you. All right. Any other decks calling my name about how to nurture yourself? This deck, I think. This deck, yes. All right, so for the divine masculine, how else? How else is divine masculine? Looks like a couple did want to come out. How else does divine masculine nurture themselves? Okay. That one was funny. Too many cards with that one. But it's funny. So we did get the romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. That one popped out for the divine masculine. So yeah, you're on the right path. You're on the right path, but that's also how you nurture yourself, right? It's like you romance yourself really at first, right? Because it's you in another body. It's like you have to do that first. You have to nurture yourself first. Okay, so divine masculine. Any guidance here? Any guidance for the divine masculine here? Whoops, that one popped out. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time for the divine masculine. You're trying too hard, so give it time. So that is how to nurture yourself. Don't think it's a race. Oh my gosh, I totally get that. That is exactly me. That is what I do all the time. It's like, for me, it's like, get it done now because I feel like there's no time. But they're saying, give it time, divine. Okay, how about divine feminine? Divine feminine. What is it? Okay, any more guidance for the divine feminine? Okay. Divine feminine. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are eternal. One eternal soul, for there's where you'll find true bliss. So honoring your one eternal soul, when you honor that soul that you share, really honor it. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to honor your soul? Because that is what you and your twin flames share. When you honor your soul, that is the deepest connection. That is the connection right there. Okay? And then the other one you got is new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yes, new beginnings. So when you understand there's a new beginning, that is going to also help nurture you. All right, let's grab some from the bag. Let's do divine masculine first. What does divine masculine need to know right now, or how can the divine masculine nurture themselves, or what's going to help them right now nurture themselves, or what is it they need to know right now? Divine masculines. If nothing pops out, I'll just grab a couple. Anything else want to pop out? I feel like they want me to grab a couple. Okay, we'll grab these. All right, so for the divine masculine, looks like the throat chakra. So throat chakra might be imbalanced. So in order to nurture yourself, balance out the throat chakra, okay? So the throat chakra, of course, is your vibration and where, you know, how you speak, what you speak about. If you speak negatively about things, unfortunately, that is what you create, okay? So you want to balance your throat chakra. It's funny, we got this one the last time. Past lives, also needing to do past life work, healing work. With what you're going through right now has a lot to do with past lives. Okay, so you need to check that, and maybe some grief work that is also going to help nurture and heal yourself. Is to do some grief work for yourself. Also, divine masculines. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so mirror work as well, divine masculine mirror work. That is also going to help you right now. In order to nurture yourself, you need to do some mirror work. Something's going to happen in the fall, but let me get more on that. What does this have to do with the fall? What does this have to do with the fall? I don't want to guess. What's going on with the fall? What is the fall? What's going on with the fall for the Divine Masculines? What do you want the Divine Masculines to know about the fall? Just one card. One card. What do you want the Divine No, two cards. Two cards. What do you want the Divine Masculines to know about the fall? Two cards. What's the fall about? What's the fall? Okay, so this fall, it looks like Seeker of Pentacles, and it's almost like, it's like in the fall, you're going to have this rebirth. It's like, yeah, oh my gosh. It's like you're going to have this death of an old, it's almost like when you die and you come back to life, it's like it's a brand new you. It's like the phoenix rising. So something's going to happen to you by this fall where you're going to go through some kind of transformation and you're going to rise from the ashes. And you're going to be very grounded, so grounded that you're going to be ready to offer your pentacle. Okay, it's like it's going to be a brand new you, and you're moving into this, this time of feeling not only grounded but very like almost like I'm not even questioning my prosperity. It's like I know I filled my cup, so now I'm willing to also offer some of my pentacles now. Okay, so let's look at the Divine Feminine. What does the Divine Feminine need to know? What does the Divine Feminine need to know? And the fall, by the way, depending on where you live, the fall can be now. Depending on where you live. It just depends on where you live on when the fall would be. But if you're in North America, the fall would start September. Okay. But just really, time goes by so fast that like, oh my gosh, fall will be here very soon. All right, let's look at the Divine Feminine. Let's just grab some here. Divine Feminines, okay, let's put this over here. What does the Divine Feminine need to know right now? Okay. So, just don't want these to blow away. Okay, looks like there's love. Okay, so we have love. That's very interesting. So love vibration. So for the divine, that's what I'm getting, the love vibration. Many of you are hitting that love vibration, which is actually really high. So for many of you, like you're way up here. If you're in the love vibration, like your perspective's way up here in the 5D. So that means you've already had acceptance and you've already like know the reason, and now you're at love, and next comes joy. So keep going with that. Beautiful. You're doing really great. Also, your divine masculine wants you to know that they already know, like they know that you're their twin flame. It's like they want you to know, I know you're my twin flame. They want you to know that. Also a queen. You're the queen now. That's beautiful. That is the highest you can be. Okay. So you are the queen. And so if you look at the 4 archetypes of the female, and it doesn't have to be female, I'm sorry. I should say feminine. You could be male. If you identify more so with the divine feminine, it doesn't have to be female. But anyway, if you look at the archetypes, so the queen is a very positive and very high version of the divine feminine. To be a queen, you must be balanced. You must be like feel into that prosperity. You must love yourself, have empathy for others, right? That's really a very high archetype to be in. Beautiful. And then we also have, yes, enlightenment. I knew it. Enlightenment. Those of you who are watching are very enlightened. I love it. I knew it. You guys are enlightened. You guys are going places really quickly. And also, your divine masculine wants you to know, I am trying to be in a better place. I'm trying. You know why they are? Because you are. That's why the divine feminine is. If the divine feminine is trying to be in a better place, it's a mirror. The divine masculine is trying to be in a better place. All right, beautiful. Now let's just get messages. Let's get some messages. What does the divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? 2 cards. 2 cards. What does the divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? What does the divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? Okay, so the divine masculine wanting to say, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. But don't worry, divine masculines, because we just said it's going to be in the fall that you're going to have this rebirth. So it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. And also divine masculine saying, how could you still love me after all I've done? How could you still love me after all I've done? Aw. I know. So let's look at the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? All right. The divine feminine want their divine masculine to know. Maybe we're just too different. Maybe we're just too different. And at this time, you probably are just too different right now. But don't worry, it's going to change. And the thought of you still does things to me. The divine feminine letting the divine masculine know. The thought of you still does things to me. Beautiful. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.